Here's why exercise seems to be really beneficial to me. I went to the gym today and it was a lot like any other day. Or so I thought. And I decided to push myself a little bit more today. Just a little bit. A little bit more today. On the treadmill I went 2.25 miles, which isn't a lot to most people, but it's more than what I usually do. If I'm running in the hills, I usually do maybe 2 miles, maybe 2.1, 2.2, something like that. If I'm on the treadmill, inside of a gym, I usually only run up to 1 mile. And on the treadmill, not a meal. I'm not treading on meals. On the treadmill, I guess I went 2 miles because I started going at this pace where it wasn't too difficult, but it also wasn't too boring. I tried to find that line between order and chaos so I can write on that. And I went through my usual thing of not really concentrating, kind of staring at the screen, but trying to get back into focus, almost a meditative practice of like being conscious at where I'm at. In the first 10 minutes went by as it normally would, but I was hitting that stride, and so I kept going because I didn't have any other plans for the gym anyways. I wasn't going to go hit the boxing bag. And I eventually hit 2 miles. But then I told myself, oh, let's go 2.25. But then I debated, oh, let's just go 2.1. And I went, no, now I really have to go 2.25 because I'm trying to debate with myself. One part of my brain is trying to get out of doing the extra work. And I eventually did get to 2.25 with relative ease. After that, I did some weights, not much. I also didn't eat before I went to the gym, which I usually do because it panics me. It panics me. Like, I'm gonna get hungry and shaky. But I think I've been reading David Goggins' book. And maybe that kind of incepted. There was an inception of like, all right, well then fuck it, let's suffer a little bit, you know? I'm not asking for much. At the end, when I was stretching inside the dance studio, I noticed I was having thoughts, and they were pleasurable thoughts, and they were thoughts that just came. You know, it's that moment where the muse is just speaking to you. It's not, there's no cloudiness between the inner and outer world. It's just, it feels free flowing. It feels like the flow state. And I think exercise has something to do with that. And it feels good. It feels better than anything you can experience on any drug. It's like the floodgates are almost, they're starting to creak open. And I think exercise I think it plays a vital role in that. I'm sure there's many other things, an accumulation of other things. But after maybe weeks now maybe 2 weeks, which seems to be I want to say that's the span of time that my depression has been reduced to, which is fairly normal. 2 weeks is not a lot. But yeah, for the past 2 weeks, I've had no original thoughts. Confusing and not knowing where my place is, not knowing what to believe in, what the virtues are, who I am, who I'm supposed to be. And after this moment of exercising, which I have been almost every other day for the past 2 weeks or so, two, three, I mean, pretty much this whole month of January, I've been every other day exercising, because there's a piece of me that knows that you kind of have to, even when it sucks and even when it doesn't help, the hope is, and it does happen, or it seems to happen, or it happened at this point, if this is the reason this happened, it seems to like open me up. It's like my brain is it's got these gears going on, and in the chain between those gears is kind of fallen out of track, and things kind of got stuck a little bit. And they could do that all the time. It's always, but exercise can shake it back into the designated slots on the gears, and get it moving again. And it's so freeing. It's so freeing to think again and enjoy those thoughts and enjoy thinking more deeply about them. And questioning, wanting to get to the answer